Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to commend the committee for the votes we just had. 3 overwhelming, bipartisan, unanimous votes. That should convey a message. Big tech, I believe, poses the single greatest threat to free speech in our country today and poses the single greatest threat to democracy in our day. Now, the concerns about big tech on both sides of the aisle are somewhat different, but it should speak volumes that every member of this committee just voted to issue these subpoenas. Big tech are the robber barons of the 21st century. Any other industry that engaged in the brazen abuse of power we see every day from big tech, any other industry that with wanton disregard for anyone's rights, silenced, shadow banned, demonetized other players, other actors, other speakers, any other industry would face a mountain of lawsuit for their brazen abuse of power and abuse of monopoly power in the market. But big tech enjoys a special immunity from liability, Section 230, that may well have made sense at the time it was passed, when the internet was this nascent industry that all of us wanted to see flourish. Well, flourish it has. Section 230 was passed to help these tiny startups with stories that are still etched in yore of college dropouts in their garages or basements, building a tiny company that will change the world. Well, big tech is no longer a college kid in a garage. The giants we have just subpoenaed are the Standard Oil of the day. They're bigger than Standard Oil was. They're bigger than AT&T was when it was broken up under the antitrust laws. There has never been such an aggregation of power in the history of humankind as big tech enjoys today, with money and monopoly power and the hubris that comes with the unchecked exercise of power. Who in their right mind would want a handful of Silicon Valley billionaires having total control over who is allowed to speak, when they're allowed to speak, what they're allowed to say, and what they're not allowed to say? Even if you happen to agree with them on a particular issue right now, ceding the power to the star chamber of Silicon Valley is profoundly dangerous. John D. Rockefeller would marvel at the economic might that big tech employs. William Randolph Hearst would marvel at the total control in communication big tech enjoys. So I commend the committee for acting unanimously to issue these subpoenas. This is a threat that threatens the free speech rights of every American. And right now, big tech believes it is totally unaccountable, which is why these CEOs declined the invitation. It's why a subpoena was necessary, because they don't believe they answer to anybody. And at the end of the day, they, like each of us, answer to the American people, answer to federal law, and answer to the United States Constitution. Thank you.